Hello, friends. Today I want to talk to you about the most important stage in everyone's life, the last decade. Those years when the stakes are already extremely high, when every morning is a gift, and the question is acute: how to live these years, actively, happily, with a clear mind and strong body, or turn into a shadow of your former self. Have you noticed how differently people age? Someone at 60 can barely climb stairs, breathes heavily after a few steps, complains of memory and joint pain. And someone at 75 vigorously plays tennis, travels, laughs with a full chest, and makes plans for the future. It's not a miracle, and it's not an accident. It's a conscious effort. It's a decision made long before old age came knocking on the door. Of course, there are voices of skeptics. Everything is predetermined. Genetics decides everything. You're born the way you are, you'll grow old the way you are. And you know what? Those words are a convenient excuse. Convenient for not changing anything. Convenient for giving up early. But if you believe that, turn this video off right now. It's not for you. And if you feel that life isn't just a series of days until the biological finale, if you realize that every moment you live is your choice, your responsibility, then stay. We have a lot to talk about. Also, if it's important to you to get proven health tips, just click subscribe. That way, you won't miss new videos where we bust myths and share what really works to keep you healthy. In the scientific community, the concept of healthspan, not just life expectancy, but the quality of life, is becoming more and more common. A life in which you get out of bed yourself, hold a spoon yourself, go for a walk yourself, and not sit by the window watching someone else's life with your eyes. Dr. Peter Attia, one of the top longevity experts in the world, says, "Imagine yourself at 80. Imagine honestly, what can you do? Can you get up off the floor without assistance? Walk a kilometer without shortness of breath? Pick up your 5-year-old grandson in your arms? Remember a friend's cell phone number? And the answer to that question will determine what you do today. Now, do you want to be able to walk freely around town at 80? Work in the garden? You need cardio endurance training. Do you want to lift grocery bags or children in your arms without difficulty? You need to start building muscle mass and strength right now. It takes systematic effort. It requires a plan, not for a day or a week, but for years. Because preparing for the last decade isn't a set of pretty wishes. It is a concrete training of the body and psychological health. It's an investment in your freedom, in your dignity. Not just to survive, but to continue to live a fulfilling life. What do you have to do? First of all, work on your endurance. Your VO2 max, the amount of oxygen your body can absorb in a minute, is your ticket to an active old age. The higher your VO2 max, the lower your risk of cardiovascular disease, dementia, and sudden drops in energy. But my friends, just breathing deeper is not going to work. There are no breathing exercises that will save the day in a week. You can only increase your VO2 max through real aerobic exercise, regular, well-thought-out aerobic training. Running, cycling, swimming, brisk walking, long walks at a fast pace. The heart must work. The lungs must work. Only in this way will the mitochondria, the energy stations of our cells, begin to renew and strengthen. Your heart is a muscle, and if you don't make it work, it weakens. The second area is muscle strength. After the age of 30, we begin to lose muscle mass. The loss is small, almost imperceptible, until one day at 70, you try to get up off the floor and realize that it takes quite a bit of effort. A huge problem with aging is the loss of muscle mass. You can weigh the same as you did at 30, but be twice as weak. And muscle isn't just about strength. It's metabolism, it's bone support, it's fall protection. It's about balancing blood sugar. Getting out of a chair unassisted at 80? That's a task that the muscles take care of. That's why strength training should be your norm. Bodyweight exercises, machines, dumbbells, anything that keeps you strong, anything that puts stress on your muscles. Muscle is not a bodybuilder's luxury. It's your survival tool. Without muscle, there is no support for your bones, no protection for your joints, no control over your body. The third thing is balance. Aging without balance training is almost a guaranteed fall. And a fall at age 80 isn't just a bruise. It's a broken femoral neck. It's a bed. It's a slow loss of life. Balance training means staying steady on your feet, preventing falls, moving freely. Balance exercises, stability exercises, agility exercises, such as simple exercises, walking in a straight line, yoga, Pilates, balancing platforms. All these practices give you stability and control over your body. 30 minutes a day, and one day those minutes will save your freedom. Fourth, flexibility. Joint mobility, muscle elasticity, ease of movement. Not to sit on the twine, but to buckle your shoes without pain in your lower back. To turn around while driving and look in the rearview mirror. To hug a loved one without something crunching inside. Stiff joints don't just make it hard to walk. They mess with your posture, disrupt organ function, and reduce the quality of your breathing. Inclines, stretches, dynamic exercises. All these simple habits prolong freedom of movement for decades. And of course, the brain. Neurodegenerative diseases, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, are a scary reality. Yes, they're not 100% preventable, but you can slow them down, you can push them back. Reading, learning languages, doing crossword puzzles, being social, learning new skills, writing by hand, playing mindfulness games, problem solving, all of these things nurture neural plasticity and help keep your mind clear. Mindfulness is your armor. A brain that works is a brain that lives. A brain that gets lazy is a brain that gets weak. So when to start? The best day was yesterday. The second best day is today. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't put it off for starting Monday. Aging doesn't ask if you're ready. It just comes. And yes, it's not an easy road. There will be no instant miracles. There will be no applause. There will be many days when you're lazy, when you're not in the mood, when you want to give it all up. But on those days when you got up and did it anyway, that's when your freedom is built, your dignity. And when one day, at 85, you calmly get out of your chair, tie your sneakers, walk outside, and walk towards life, that's when you'll say to yourself, I made the right choice. That's what's worth fighting for. Because your last 10 years are not a judgment, it's a challenge. And if you start preparing for them today, they will be the brightest, fullest, most authentic years of your life. Thank you for your attention. I wish each of you strength, perseverance, and faith in yourself on this great path.